Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. I'm your host Sheri, and on today's DIY Wednesday, we are going to make a really cool and really modern, very chic moss centerpiece that I saw, you're gonna think I'm crazy, on a reality TV show called The Circle. I'm not super into reality TV, but The Circle is playing on Netflix, and I was very intrigued by the premise. And this video is not about The Circle, but I'm just giving you backstory just in case you want to check The Circle out. I found myself loving it. Contestants go on The Circle, they're in their own little apartments, and they can only communicate with each other through this Circle social media app. You can come in as yourself, you can come in as a catfish, whatever you want. You're just trying to get people to like you, whether it's the real you or the fake you. Like, you know, they boo people off and whatnot, which is super sucky. I know, the premise is kind of shitty. Popular people get all the money. Well, that's basically how the show ends. Basically, the most popular didn't get booted off, wins like, I don't know, $100,000 or $10,000 or something. It's actually very, very good as far as reality TV goes. Now, I, again, am not into reality TV. I think the last reality TV I was super into was, and this is gonna date myself, but 7 Strangers Picked to Live in a House. Yeah. Oh my God, I loved it so much. Real World and Road Rules, those were the best back in the day. In The Circle, I saw this really cool centerpiece sitting on one of the tables. We've all seen these moss ball type centerpieces before, but there was something about this one that I really liked. It wasn't a bunch of different moss balls in a bowl. It was kind of like a dome o moss, if you will, in this really cool, like rounded cement bowl. And I really dug it. So I went online to try to see if there was anything kind of similar to what I saw that we could kind of get a good price range for. And you're gonna die. These little moss centerpieces are not cheap. Just go on to the Googles and put in moss centerpiece. The Rug Fashion Store for $349.80. On Etsy, $125. Kirkland's does have a very inexpensive one. It's called Moss in Concrete Bowl Arrangement. It's only $40 at the Kirkland's. It is kind of lumpy and bumpy, not the look that I am going for. You can see it's kind of like this. Not what intrigued me by the one that I saw. It kind of resembles this one house has natural moss in white bowl. This is $150. And it still kind of has that ball sort of placement. But see how this is more of a dome? This is what I'm kind of going for. This is what we're going to DIY today. And I guarantee you, it's not gonna cost us $40 like the one at Kirkland's. It's certainly not gonna cost us $150. And it's not gonna cost us, I mean, I'm hoping it's gonna turn out and look way more elegant and way more chic and look like we spent $205 when really we just bought a bowl from the thrift store, some moss, and some Dollar Tree foam. So yeah, let's get into it. So here is our supplies. So I got this moss a long time ago. Remember when Jen and I went to the At Home and we did some shopping? This is $3 a bag. I ended up buying 4 bags. They're slightly different colors. I bought 2 in a darker and 2 in kind of a brighter. I just wanted to like intermingle them. I don't know, I thought it would look cool. I'm clearly winging this off of a glimpse of a centerpiece I saw on a reality TV show. Creative license. We're gonna make this really chic centerpiece for very little money, and it's gonna be the talk of our dining room or kitchen table. 3, 6, 12 bucks of moss, which is probably a little overkill. We may not use $12 worth of moss, and maybe I could have found this on sale, but I didn't. So once you have that, you're gonna wanna get foam. I had foam from the Dollar Tree. This is all from the Dollar Tree. So I went back to the Dollar Tree and I got a shit ton more. Again, probably overkill, but at the time, I didn't have my bowl, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough floral foam for my bowl that I found, whatever bowl it was. I'm sure we'll use that in another project if we don't use it up now. I thought I had a bowl here, but I didn't. So I went to the thrift store and I did find this bowl, which does have a kind of a cement look, more pottery. The inside is quite interesting. Don't know if you can see that in there, but we're not gonna see the inside anyways because it's gonna be covered in floral foam and then moss. So what I'm trying to achieve is if you picture this bowl making a round circle, like I wanna continue that dome of this bowl. I want that shape. That's my goal. I paid $2.95 at my local thrift store. If you don't have a bowl already, try to find one that you like in any color to match your decor at your local thrift store. I do want to wash this because it does kind of feel a little sticky-ish. So I'm gonna wash it and then we'll come back and we'll start building our centerpiece. So my bowl is washed. Now we have to try to make our dome. So I brought out a pumpkin carving tool because I thought, if it could carve a pumpkin, it should carve floral foam, right? I'm just thinking that we will build up this kind of a shape and then we'll carve it and it will all turn out beautiful. We might have to shave off some pieces. Maybe we like cram two in this way. That might be better. Oh yeah. I think it's gonna have to kind of almost look like a pyramid at first and then carve it into some sort of a round dome. Right? Do you see where this is going? I'm not quite sure about a lot, but I know we can do it. It seems easy. I was also thinking to save on floral foam that you could probably stuff your bowl with like newspaper or bags or something and then like just do the floral foam on the top. I'm gonna use my, ooh, that pumpkin carving tool cuts it like butter. Hell yeah. Nice. Perfect. Okay, cram you in. I want it to be like in there real good, nice and firm. I just swept my floors too, so perfect timing. This is messy. You can clearly see what I'm trying to do here. I'm pretty impressed with my little pumpkin carving tool. I think it will be really easy to create the dome shape. It's just getting it in here and getting everything firm and secure. So let me try to figure that out. So I have my base kind of, I think, pretty good. And so now I just need to build up like a small area to where I can create that dome. I did heat up my hot glue gun because I feel like I'm gonna have to glue foam on top of foam in order for it to stay. I also did bring out my little floral wire so I can stab through and hold together if I need to. This will be my 5th piece of floral foam. And again, I think the floral foam is gonna be dependent on how large your bowl is and how domed you want it to be. Now, the ones I've seen in the picture that are kind of a dome, they're very, very low. It's like foam just barely above the top of the bowl. I, again, really want kind of this dome appearance. I'm serious, this pumpkin carving knife to cut foam is pretty awesome. I wonder if florists use something like this. If not, they should almost maybe like, do you think we could do that? And then I don't have to waste foam and that gives me a very nice dome. And then like put a piece in here. Oh, I think that might work. Oh yes, are you seeing it? I think when we start carving, we might have to like add foam, subtract foam. So you can see, I'm still building up the dome so that we can carve it. Gluing, foaming, until we get kind of a shape that we can carve. That's all. I don't know, I feel like I'm in a pretty good place to like kind of start carving like at least a slope to see where we are. I don't know, I want to try. Don't you want to try? I'm just gonna like carve off the corner bits. See, and I'm gonna save these little pieces just in case we need to like use them, shove in cracks and whatnots. And I'm confident that our moss will hide any imperfections. So I don't think that we have to be super perfect. I think we'll be fine. As always, I think we'll be fine. I'm just kind of wondering how I'm gonna get that dome appearance. Are you seeing what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to curve that. Oh yeah, that's a nice little gentle curve. That's starting to look like something. It cuts really, really easily, so I'm trying to not get too carried away with the cutting. Oh, okay, you see, it's coming together. I just need to go lower. Kind of difficult where I've like crammed pieces in, but just hold as you go. Once you kind of just get the hang of what you need to be doing, it's not too difficult. Remember, I want it to look like my bowl was a round circle lid, like I just took it off and then there was moss underneath. So yeah, I'm gonna be carving this for a while. Okay, I think, well, I know I have foam everywhere. I think I have a pretty good dome. Exactly what I was going for. I did stick a couple pieces of my floral wire in just to secure some ends. I don't know if it's necessarily needed, but I just kind of stuck it in and then like bent it and pushed it down in the top. I did use hot glue on some pieces of foam to hot glue them together as well. But I don't know, there's part of me that just feels like maybe this wire will also help hold everything down when we start gluing our moss onto the top. So, dome. I've looked at it from all angles. We might be a little higher right here, but also too, I think our moss will hide any imperfections. But I do kind of want to be symmetrical all the way around. That looks good. It wasn't hard, you just kind of got to go for it. Just a little fine tuning, but I think that is looking pretty great. Now it's time to get our moss. It couldn't be any easier. I feel like we're just gonna hot glue moss all over this until we have a nice moss dome. I'm gonna toy with the, well, first I wanna know how much surface area this moss gets. How much moss do you get out of one of these bags? Kind of a lot, I think. Oh, this is gonna look so cute. Oh my gosh. I mean, it does cover quite a bit of area. So maybe 2 bags. This is kind of fun. Let's just do all dark green. I think that's the way to go. And then I can take those 2 bags back to the at home. If I know where my receipt is, maybe I can just get a store credit. All right, there's our moss. And now it's basically taking each little bit and tediously hot gluing it all over our foam ball. Not a very intricate DIY, a little time consuming, but I think that the outcome's gonna be amazing. I was hoping the little moss was more in sheets, but it's kind of in little baby pieces. So yeah, I might be here for a while. So I've been at it for a little while. This is a rather time-consuming process. Put a movie on, sit in front of the TV, glue moss onto your dome until your heart's content. But look at how cute it is gonna be. Now you do need to watch for all your little glue spider webs, but we'll definitely be cleaning this up after we're all done. I just have a little bit to go. He's like a balding man. Not the look we're going for, but so far, so cute. I am loving it. We just need to finish gluing on the moss and then we're done. Something very similar retails all over the internet for tons and tons of money. And we're making it for pretty damn cheap and just some of our time. That's it. And not even difficult time. And look how cute already. And he's not even done. And we are done. It is exactly what I remember seeing on the circle as far as the centerpiece is concerned. I think this looks super high-end, super chic, and amazing. So I have to clean up the bowl, pick off all of my little glue spider webs that I can see in here when the light hits it a certain way, and then I will put it on my kitchen table and we will see it in all of its glory. Because like everything we do, it's fucking amazing. You're gonna die. Dun 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 dun. Oh my God, Magnum. Look how cute. Seriously, I have it on my custom whiskey barrel Lazy Susan. If you didn't see that video, you need to catch it. Did some wood burning. Pretty cute, huh? This centerpiece is so fucking darling. It's everything I imagined it would be. And we made it for super cheap. So yay, another DIY dupe that is better than I could have even imagined. I mean, to be quite honest, we saw all of those moss centerpieces online for upwards of $200. We made this for $15. And if you had a bowl already that you wanted to use, you could make it for even cheaper. And I only used 2 bags of the moss, 6 pieces of the foam from the Dollar Tree, and then the bowl. So seriously, a $200 centerpiece for 10 to 15 bucks. You can't fucking beat that with a stick. Telling you. And what you don't know is I wanted it to sit out for a while before I did the final reveal because I wasn't quite sure, like, what is preserved moss? How long does it stay preserved and fresh as a daisy? So it's been sitting on this table for about a week or so, and the moss looks just as good today as it did when I first made it. So I think this is a centerpiece that will stand the test of time. And I love it. I think it looks darling in my kitchen, and I know it will look darling in your kitchen too. Can you believe what people are charging for these things? Seriously. It's like I always say, if you see something and it's totally expensive, but when you look at it and you break it down and you're like, I could totally make that for way cheap. Think of it in its parts. It's a bowl, it's some foam, it's some moss. Go get those supplies and make it. You can do it. I just did it. It was easy. It was hot glue, for Pete's sakes. I know we all own a hot glue gun. You're halfway there already. DIY, already almost done. So get to it. Make yourself a moss centerpiece. You will love it. It will bring so much joy and life into your kitchen or wherever you want to put it, but I think it's cute in the kitchen. That is the end of this amazing DIY. We saved a shit ton of money and we made something so amazing. Tell me your mom, mother-in-law, / grandma, / co-worker would not love this, and they would never know that it only cost you 10 to 15 bucks to make. I'm just saying, Christmas gifts, check off. So, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on a single DIY Wednesday video I push out, which is every other Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends, just not the ones that you may want to give this to as a Christmas gift. But everybody else, make sure you share this video with all of them. And as always, thanks for hanging out.